located. And I was trying to explain to them. They said, "Oh, that's where the dancing girls." I said, "No, ain't no dancing girls out there. There's nothing but rabbits and jackrabbits out there." So wasn't no girls doing no dancing. If they did, I went blind. So anyway, and I went there, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. It was great. And the people of Texas Southern, I want to thank them for an opportunity for me to coach them. And I should have done a better job. But let me tell you something. I had some smart football players. Man, I make a call. I call triple right, and I mean to go full right. I look over there. Those guys built that play, and they wasn't running. They ran the play, and I never heard any griping. And the good thing about Corbett and Donald Narcisse, they make me feel real good. Remind me of Swan and Stallworth. Good friends, but they competed. How many times? How long did they hold the record for receptions in college ball?
About 25 years. Over
25 years. Yeah. And social media will eat that up now. In those days, so what? So who comes from Texas Southern? It's some damn good football players.
And it wasn't a lot of thorn back in them days either. You know, Coach, when you see
right.
Did you see a CFL Hall of Famer?
Well, I saw the move. Hey, see, let me tell you something. One of the big mistakes was being made. A lot of guys let the clock cut them, not their ability to play and get open. The clock cut them. They ran a 4.6. Well, hell, they can run a 4.6, but can they get open? Some guys can run a 4.6, but they got 5.2 hands. Don Narcisse and Corbett, they can run a 5.1, and they had a 5.4 hands. And let me tell you something. When you threw the ball, I didn't worry about them dropping the ball and nothing like that. And hey, let me tell you something. Men, they were two good football players. And Don Narcisse, I kid him, he never bought me a hamburger in his whole life. So the NCAA can't get down on him. Yeah. Hey, one other guy in pro football is cheap as Donald Narcisse, Frank Lewis.
one thing, Coach, you were in the Ring of Fame for the Denver Broncos, and you actually changed the game. You changed the game from running all the time to then throwing all the time. What was the name of the guy who what was his name? Gill, who invented throwing the football a lot. I think he was either your head coach or your coordinator when you played.
Oh, Max Speedy.
Yeah.
Played for the Cleveland Browns. Great coach. Man, he threw bushes in your face, and that's the guys kick dirt in their face, be running down for the ball. I drop kick the ball to him and everything. Hey, anybody can catch anything coming straight to them, but not things that's floating through the air, going through the air, and going around. And their job is catch the football. And they asked me, they said, "Well, Coach, how you want him to catch the ball?" I said, "I don't care if he catch him with his teeth, as long as he catch him."
Coach, let me ask you this. How was, coming from New Mexico, Highlands, how were the Denver Broncos able to find you? Well,
I played semi-pro ball for Bakersfield Spoilers one year after I didn't make it. And Dean Griffin was the general manager of the Tucson Rattlers, and he got the general manager job. He remembered me because I went up a few times and grabbed a couple of them at the goalpost where we throw the ball at the top of the goalpost. And that's the drill we ran. Lynn Swan and all the guys I had there, Frank Lewis and all those guys, they go up and catch the ball at the top of the goalpost. They go up there and get it. That's the drill we ran. And look here, you don't do nothing on a football field in practice that you don't do in the game. You go out there doing stuff that you do in practice and don't do in the game, man, you're wasting time.
So you were actually scouted out of semi-pro football into the AFL.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, man, I made some big money when I went in. See, I tell you, I stopped at I got my first paycheck. Man, I stopped at the 7-Eleven, got 2 bags of groceries. The man said, hey, that's $10 more, boy. What? That's my whole paycheck, man, for a whole 2 weeks.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, as a coach, did you find opportunities rare as a black coach back then? What was your, you came from the pros to TSU, but you certainly, after coaching for the Steelers and coaching in the Super Bowl, you were primed to be a head coach. At least you would be nowadays. What was the thinking back then? What your opportunities were in the late 70s, early 80s?
A lot of coaches was worried about their movement. See, let me tell you something. When I was there at the Steelers, they was going around asking black coaches, said, when is it going to be a black coach in the NFL? And guys said 5 years, 4 years. And they asked me, I said 20. And they said, oh, what you mean 20 years? I said, hey, let me tell you something. Be realistic. You don't even have a coordinator yet. So that's the next step. I said, and everybody's always complaining about, well, who's going to be there? And they're asking a head coach. You asked the wrong man. Ask the man that on the team. Because he want a black coach. But no, you don't get that. They pass it around to you. And that's a 10-year stretch that pass around. You'd be surprised. It's slower than the stagecoaches for they run out here in New Mexico.
Yeah, because you coached in an era where they gave guys chances that were former college coaches. They gave guys chances who, I want to say Jerry Glanville was something else before he was a coach. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let me tell you this. I went down to the Senior Bowl, and I was down there, and they had the coaches convention. There was a guy by the name, played for Elijah Pitts, a good running back from Green Bay.
Yeah.
And there's Eli sitting on the couch, and there's not one damn coach saying hello to him or goodbye to him. And I didn't know him, so I know his record. I walked over and we started talking, and he said, man, I'm looking for a job. And I said, man, look here, Chuck Knox, man, he's a pretty good man. I said, he got 2 jobs open, running back coach and special team. And so he went and talked to him, and I'd be damned if we didn't get a job together years down the line. But nobody was talking to him. He was just sitting there like he was a custodian.
Yeah, I think Elijah Pitts is a legendary position coach. I want to say he coached for the Green Bay and the Eagles and a couple other. If it's the guy, yeah. Elijah
and the Rams, we coached together. He coached together with the Rams, me and him. And he was a hell of a running back too. Let me tell you that.
Well, Coach, man, we gonna get back to saluting old Donald. I appreciate your time. I know it's close to your bedtime. I'm out here with you myself, out on the West Coast.
Hey, tell me something, Johnnie Cole.
Yes, sir.
You hear me? Where's the check, man? You know I don't want that check. Man, people been promising me that check, man. I ain't got that check in 30 years, man.
You remember when you told me during basketball season, you always carried all that money in your sock, and you said if you can tell me how much money in this sock, I'm gonna give you 100. And you just didn't know. I had counted it before you came in the locker room.
What I mean, I was the smartest bunch of guys I ever been associated with in my life.
So when he comes down,
I love all of you.
We sit in the locker room, and he says, well, how much you think I carry in my pocket? I said, shit, 4,000. Bro, we counted that up, man. It was 4,000 on the ticket. I already have beat you to it, Coach.
Hey, I love all you guys. Thanks for the opportunity. Donald, thanks for making my life what it is, and you and your running mate, that Corbett, and all you guys. Man, it's just great. Detroit, and I got to call all you guys names, Little and what is it called, Little Dog. I'm not done Little Dog talking. I can hear him to today. I love you guys, and thanks TSU.
Yeah, Rudy.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah. No, Lou, man. Okay.
All right, Coach. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Y'all done got everybody but the trainer on.
I hate him. And I'm serious, but and of course it's a story behind it. Here I am. I'm 5'9", 145, 50-pound quarterback. My man want to give me, Campbell, some extra large football pants. Can you imagine how they looked on me? So my brother played at the University of Nebraska, and I.M. Hip was kind of the same size as I was. So they would send me all white stuff. And I had better equipment than everybody on the team, better shoes, everything. So I was getting my equipment from the University of Nebraska after a while. So he kept on like, man, wait, where's he getting all this stuff from? But he didn't know I had a brother up at the University of Nebraska. So I had better equipment than all the other players until I had to go tell the head coach that he's being unfair and giving me stuff that I can't even wear. So that's why he ain't on here.
Hey, at the end of the day, but Coach Cole, you was 4th string, Coach. I mean, you lucky you got a uniform, Coach.
Yeah. Hey, look, I ain't arguing that point, Coach. And we used to wear some. What about them buddies, Narcisse?
The buddies, yeah.
Yeah, we used to wear buddies. Yeah.
Hey, Don, let me ask you a question, because I'm interested. I know Port Arthur has the Golden Triangle has a long, rich tradition of football players, from Joe Washington to Greg Pruitt and all these guys that play. Who are some of the guys that played with you and kind of you followed after in Port Arthur? Players that you kind of were from your area that you kind of either played with or followed behind?
Lil Joe Washington, Tim McCarr. He played for San Francisco. He's a defensive player. He was one of the guys that came from Port Arthur, Texas. But who else we had? Ronnie Leopold. They had a guy named last name Leopold. He played for the 49ers. So he was one of the guys too. So who else we had? That was about it.
Well, when there's some guys at some of the big, didn't Todd Dodge come from Port Arthur?
Yeah, he went to Thomas Jefferson.
TJ, yeah.
TJ, yeah.
Yeah, I think Bruce played with Todd Dodge.
Yeah, we didn't really deal with them. It was like, yeah, who they are. Yeah. Todd Dodge. He was real good, man.
Yeah.
He was good. Yeah, he was real good.
Well, yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Like I say, Coach Cole has told us so much about you as you have, matriculated through the CFL and had a Hall of Fame career. After football, what was that like for you? And up to this point, what have you been involved in, keeping your life busy and full?
Well, I do a lot of. Well, I had moved back to Canada from 2010 to 2017. I had like football camps and stuff like that in Canada. I had raised over $900,000 in 7 years for my charity and stuff like that. I love giving back to the kids and stuff, man. It's just, it's unbelievable. Right now, I'm a mortgage guy. I do mortgages, and then I have my own van where I have my I own my own van and stuff like that. Well, we make deliveries to like CVS's and Walgreens and stuff like that. So yeah, man, just been trying to keep it going and stuff like that. That's about it.
Are you back in the Houston area? What part of the?
Yeah, I'm in this place called Manville. I'm in Manville, Texas. It's right outside.
Oh, okay.
Right by Pearland. Yeah, I'm right by Pearland.
Don't also, he don't want to say it sometimes, but he does go back to Texas Southern and help out when he get time to get back.
What I do, now that Harold is there, man, Harold blessed me. I wouldn't be where I'm at today, so I make sure that I do everything I can for him. If he need to get water, man, I bring them like cases of water.
Does Harold have a role with the team now?
Yeah, he's one of the coaches.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Coaches, yeah, he's one of the coaches and stuff. So whenever he need me to do stuff, man, I'm there. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So,
well, Coach, you played in Canada. You went free agent to St. Louis Cardinals. I guess, of course, that's then. What you think about the Shedeur Sanders draft? No first round, 5th round, Cleveland Browns. What is your take on that? I mean, you've played on that level, and you are an example of it. Don't matter what round you in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that always when I tell people about playing NFL, man, if you can just get a helmet. I've never got a helmet to put on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's your that? It's so many things that's going on. You got that social media. Everybody got their own opinion and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the kid got drafted. Now it's time for him to put that work in, and we're gonna see what he do. That's basically it. Yeah, and he's a good kid too. So that's the good part about it. He's a real good kid, but he's gonna do well and stuff like that. So I don't see that.
Did you think he kind of somewhere down the line got caught up in more of his father's style than his own style that turned some people off, or and it also patted people on the back as well. And I've met him before, and he was a yes sir, no sir guy to me as well. Did you feel that kind of played a role, maybe?
I don't see it. I look at, when they talking about football, what did he do on the football field? Not all this other little stuff. What did he do on the football field? And I think he should have been the number 1 or number 2 pick.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
He has those skills.
Yes.
Now one thing I'll say, and then I'll turn it over to Campbell. One thing I'll say about this. The most refreshing part of this story, in my opinion, is what Mr. Narcisse just said. He's been drafted now. He's on a team. He's on a roster. He gets a chance now to put in the work and earn his stripes. But I think the coolest thing about this story is that he doesn't come from a family that needs the money. So it's not like he lost money or lost wealth. I'm sure if Sanders' fortune could have used the extra $40 million over the next 4 years. But at the end of the day, he's been part of a wealthy family his entire life. His drive and determination is not about money and becoming wealthy. It's about making a name for himself. So everything that he has in front of him, everything that he can achieve is still in front of him, even though he was drafted in the 5th round. And so I don't think he didn't lose anything, in my opinion, but money in this whole fiasco. He didn't get denied an opportunity. He wasn't rejected by the NFL. He's going to get a chance, in my opinion, to show his talent and ability, and hopefully he at some point becomes the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. And I'll let Mr. Campbell respond, give his opinion on it.
Well, I'm going to do something that's more important to me. Mr. Narcisse, we have a lot of players now, as you know, that are transferring, moving around. But one of the things that we have a lot of players that stick with our schools, now they're becoming undrafted free agents. What would you tell those players based off of what you did, how they can get to the NFL or to the pro? Kind of tell us something, because what we've heard here now is, oh, now you can't get to the NFL now because you're playing at HBCU, because you're not getting drafted. You need to go to a Power 5. But I think your story is a SWAC HBCU story. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And I think what we have is a lot of kids, I'll just be honest, I talk to a lot of kids. A lot of kids are getting bad advice as far as transferring, what they need to do. And like I say, again, on the Shadur thing, there were some things that even about the interview and things like that was brought up. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. I've heard a lot of things, but I want to talk specifically about what you did about, like you said, you talked to I'm assuming the general manager or the coach of the Canadian team. And what you wanted to let them know that you wanted to play for them. Same thing when you were with what thing did you portray to these coaches to let them know that you wanted to be a player?
Well, the one thing is this is what I do for the kids that's in college. Like at TSU, the first thing I do, I send them the drills that Canada is having a football camp. You need to make sure that you go to it, because you might have 5 teams that's coming down, but your dream is the NFL. But you need to have some options, because when one goes, you got the next one. When that one don't go, you got the next one. But if you just have one option, if you're looking for the NFL is not drafting SWAC players at all. So somewhere down the line, you got to come to yourself. And I had a few guys that I'm gonna be honest with you. I had one guy that was at TSU. I sent him the information for the camp. He told me that his numbers was good. He shouldn't go. His agent told him not to go to the Saskatchewan camp because his number was good for the NFL. That kid never got a phone call from the NFL. I was like, man, you mean to tell me he messed up his. But these kids don't understand is that you got to have a whole bunch of options. So when one go away, you got the next one. When this one go away, you got the next one. Like when I did it, I had 2 options. I had 3 options. I had the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Then I had Saskatchewan Roughriders. Then I had St. Louis Cardinals. So one go away, I got the next one. One else go away, I got the next one. So you got to have those options and stuff like that, man. But if you're in the SWAC, HBCU, man, you got to get out there and go to all these football camps. You can't sit there and just wait.
Now, when you were talking to the coaches, what would you tell these young players? Because again, a lot of this is about communication. What was you would say that maybe Coach Taylor, put into you, your mother, as far as you communicating with your coaches to let them know that, hey, I'm the type of player that should be on your team?
Man, these days it's really kind of hard to talk to these kids, man.
Well, no. What advice would you give? Even if it's hard to talk, what advice would you give them? That's what I'm kind of getting at.
Okay, advice I would give them.
Yeah,
you gotta do the small things. You gotta be on time. You gotta put that work in. For me, it was more of working hard, man. I ran scout team. I ran scout team for 13 years straight when I didn't have to do scout team. You got to do the little small things that nobody want to do. What's gonna make you different from that guy right there? I'm a work all day, man. I'm gonna be on time. I'm gonna do extra. I'm gonna do all that. A lot of these kids not doing that, but it's hard, man. It's hard when you're coming from the SWAC and you're trying to get into the NFL. It's very hard for them.
Yeah. Should you be prepared for the questions they ask you? For you could be saying, the right things. I don't know how. If I think sometimes these kids have pipe dreams. Because only 1% of the college football players actually make it to the league. And that's why, even though I still feel that Shedeur Sanders was first-round material, but for me, just get drafted. good as well. So when these owners or general managers don't talk with you, do you kind of prepare yourself before you go in there, or a lot of it has just come out naturally?
You always got to prepare yourself because you want to come off the right way. I don't know what Shadur did, but the way they was just blowing it up, man, like he did this and he said this and he said that, and then you look at what other guys said, other quarterbacks said stuff, and
you were the only participant in the conference.
Yeah, it's something, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's different these days, Cole. Like this social media stuff, man, is just everybody has an opinion, and you don't know which one to believe. Because when you start believing on this, and then you see something else, you be like, man, I believe that one. I believe that one, man. It's just so much stuff, man.
You know, you're writing a book, or the book is about to come out, Mr. Narcisse. What are some of the reasons why you wrote the book, and what are some principal foundational aspects of the book?
Basically, the book is more like, those $40, man. My mom used to send me $20 every month. And I just want to show these kids that, those $40 that my mama gave me, I'm a 5-time Hall of Famer. And if she wouldn't have gave me that money to go to that football camp, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And the one thing that happened, man, I was about to become the all-time, I was the all-time lead receiver. In 2010, I'm about to get inducted to the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. And, man, my mom had called me and stuff, and she was so happy. And, man, right before it was time for us to fly out, my mom passed away. And, man, that was the hardest thing for me, man. For my mama not to see me get inducted to the Hall of Fame. So my whole family, we flew down for the Hall of Fame, and then we came back and had a funeral. But, man, without my mom, man, for giving me that money and for Harold taking me to that football camp, I wouldn't be where I am at today. And it's unbelievable, man. It's a story that you can't just make this stuff up, man.
With Donald, being your friend for over 40 years, man, and I know how important your mom is, because I rode that same bus with you through those days and those times, and what Harold done for you, and all the balls you've caught from me, and all the friendship of Moon, and man, it's you, man. It's you, and one thing about you, you always made sure that all of us was a part of your success. But at the end of the day, Don, man, it was the drive in you, man. Whatever, and I know a lot of people around you help you with that drive, but it's the drive in you, Coach. And, when I have players that meet crisis, the good Lord don't do anything wrong. You was one of his angels, and he knew that you can handle that, because some other people can't handle it. So your success, man, is off of you, and I can't say enough of sharing that, and being a part of it, Then tonight, bring you on and showcase it. You, our university, Texas Southern University, Saskatchewan Rough Riders, St. Louis Cardinals, and these two gentlemen on the picture. So man, I'm just glad you was able to have some time, to be able to share your story with us, because it is a Cinderella story, and you are, might not be the princess, but you are the king, and you put the time in. You deserve everything you get, man. So I want to make sure I gave you flowers, while you're above the ground. Man. You know what I'm saying? And many, many more. And many, many more. Y'all got anything else, guys?
No, I want to know what he thinks about how many wins TSU's gonna have this year.
Donald, you got to understand this guy over here. You know, he's a non-HBCU guy.
Right.
He's a business guy, and he's always on the business.
No, that ain't been. He hella messy. That's what it is, Don. He's hella messy. And he can't end the show without being messy.
I don't know how.
No, I'm not gonna let that slide at all.
I don't know how being messy is asking a man who loves his alma mater, supports the football program. I want to know how many wins does he think the 2025 TSU Tigers are gonna have this upcoming season?
I think they can get to 6.
Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. Well, let me ask you this: you think they'll get to 6? Are you happy with that?
It wouldn't matter if I'm happy about it. What they did, I would be happy with that. Yeah, I'll be happy.
I want to say they got 5 wins last year. Is that correct, Steve? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah, that's.
Are you counting? Are you counting the wins from Lincoln, California, and I should have just said SWAC wins, but you know what I'm saying,
man. You can only play the teams in front of you.
Well, you know what? This is an interesting question. Let me ask the question another way. When you were playing, you were coach playing. Who did you want to beat the most, and what was your most gratifying win as a player playing in the SWAC?
It was almost just playing well and putting up the numbers we put up. We didn't beat Grambling. We didn't beat Jackson State.
No.
We beat Alabama State.
How about Southern?
Well, and Valley. And Southern, I mean, Leonard Moon, he was on earlier shit. He got so many penalties that game. You called a touchdown and he had covered you up.
Right.
He called one across the middle, man, and he had jumped offside. Then he missed one like on the 3.
Yeah.
I think we lost to them, what, 14, 13, something like that?
Let's expand the conversation. You want to give me the winner, Mr. Narcisse. I'm gonna just call the game. You give me the winner. Prairie View, Texas Southern.
Murder.
Yeah, TSU, man.
All right, TSU. We got one. TSU, Jackson State.
TSU. Yeah.
TSU Southern.
Southern.
TSU Mississippi Valley.
That's what they don't have Fred McNair no more.
They never did.
Mississippi Valley. They ain't beat nobody since Moby Dick was a tadpole.
Yeah.
Let me get you, Coach Terrell.
Yeah, we should.
All right. So we got TSU UAPB.
TSU, man.
Do you know Jackson State won the SWAC last year, Narcisse?
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey, the good thing is they don't play them this year no way. So you good. You good on that one. So I'm looking and Virginia Lynchburg, TSU. Who you got on that one?
TSU, man. That's a high school.
Here's a good one. Coach Cole's good friend, Mickey Joseph, Grambling, TSU.
You know what? They played pretty good against Grambling. I went to that game. Yeah. I would say TSU, man.
And this is becoming a rivalry. TSU and Southern.
Yeah.
That's a good game, man. Yeah. Southern pretty good too. TSU almost beat them at the end. Yeah. Southern came back. That's a toss up.
All right. What about TSU and Alcorn?
TSU.
TSU, Bama State.
Bama State. Is Bama State good?
They don't have the second and third best team in the last 4 or 5 years behind Florida A&M and Jackson State.
Right.
Then it's Alabama State.
Mm.
They actually do. If you really want to say it, they're due.
Mm. Yeah. And then they got the quarterback, Narcisse, that used to be at TSU. Buddy!
Oh, they do?
Yeah. They got Andrew Body. Yes.
With a new shoulder.
No.
Yeah. He got a brand new shoulder.
Oh, he'll be ready to play.
Yeah. Do they play each other, Coach?
Yeah.
Woo! Where
That's your team now.
They play on November 1st, my mama's birthday.
Where at? In Houston or?
No, they in Bama State. No, November 8th. November 8th. I'm sorry. We may be able to make that one, Coach.
And they in Montgomery.
They in the Gump.
Oh man, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice.
And then to close the season out, they got Alabama A&M and TSU.
Alabama A&M pretty good, man.
Well, they're always solid. They are always a solid team.
Mm-hmm.
They've been a solid team. They're gonna go 500 or 750 every year.
So you got them winning 6 games, right? And I think you got them beating Grambling, Mississippi Valley, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Virginia Lynchburg. They either got to beat Alabama State or Alabama A&M to get to 6.
Alabama.
Because they're not beating Lamar and they're not beating Cal.
Hey, you know, they play Lamar University?
Yeah.
Man, last year, Lamar cheated, man. Yeah. They cheated. I was at that game. They cheated at the last minute, man. They cheated.
Well, y'all got them at home this time. Y'all can get them back. Do you think you'll get them back?
Yeah, I think so. Lamar is not that good.
So you got Lamar, UAPB, Mississippi Valley, Virginia Lynchburg, Alcorn, and y'all gonna beat Southern. Oh no, you said Southern was a toss-up. So you still got to pick Alabama State or Alabama A&M. You got to give me. One of them got to be a win, Coach.
Alabama State.
All right, you got Alabama State. They gonna go to Montgomery and upset Andrew Body.
Yep.
Now I'm looking at their schedule, Cameron. I don't know if you've looked at their schedule, Cameron. Just like looking at this, Campbell. I only see about 2 wins
for Texas Southern.
Yeah. Do you see? What do you see?
Hold on, you see 2 wins?
Oh yeah.
Well, they get the quarterback back unless he get hurt again.
Yeah. Well, they say they got another quarterback they bringing in.
How many you see, Campbell?
I mean, listen. I got to pull up and look at this again. Let me see. Because I know they play UAPB. That's 1 automatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I know you're not gonna pick Buck over them.
And they got Valley.
No, but he's not gonna pick Buck over.
No. Well, here's the thing. Listen. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hey, let's same thing with Coach Disman. He got to get his players in there. He's just building. And like I say, depending on what goes on, because the APR just came out, he's got to deal with that because they're getting reductions. So, I mean, you know, they play Valley, they're playing Pine Bluff. That's 2. Lynchburg is 3, at least right there.
I'm surprised that you saying they gonna beat Valley, but okay.
Well, no. Look, listen. Okay, I'm gonna answer that. Like, I think FAMU's gonna go undefeated, but I'm realistic. Like I told y'all, last year, I thought Jack State was gonna win the conference. I said that. Now, what my heart and my mind is two different things. So that's the thing about it. So no, do I want Valley to be successful? Absolutely. I want Valley to beat everybody but us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at after Pine Bluff. I don't see another. Well, they got homecoming, but other than that, I don't see many wins. I just don't. I can't see them beating.
So they got Jackson State up top.
No, they don't have Jackson. That was a miss. Okay, I misspoke
so
on that.
They don't play them this year.
No, but they have Alabama State. Okay. They got Alabama State, Sam Shade. They start off with Prairie View. Mm-hmm. You know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know Cal and Lamar.
Now let me say this though. Now, what Coach Disman was saying is we beat Prairie View last year.
Okay.
We beat Grambling last year, and we're building. Prairie View's coming in with a new squad. So what he'll say is we can build off of that win. Why are we not favored? When we beat them last year and we got continuity. Coach knows how important continuity is. So listen, for those Texas Southern, listen. Do not let this guy ruin this night. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's not what I'm doing. I want to know. So my point was to let Don celebrate his alma mater, show his faith that he not only has in his alma mater, but also his friend, Mr. Harold Smith. And so let him say, hey, because again, I want to know what is expected of TSU. TSU is one of those schools that is hard to get the pulse of the fan base. It's really hard because, they don't have an active fan base. Let me just say that. So you don't know what the expectations are. I thought they should be ecstatic by what Dishman did his first year. I thought they should have been over the moon by beating Prairie View, beating Grambling. You know what I mean? I thought all those things, they should have been over the moon. But it seems like from the people that I know that are TSU alumnus, they weren't as happy as I thought they should have been. They should have been ecstatic.
One of the things, the two wins between Lynchburg and what's the other team they played? The team
Lincoln.
I mean, now you're down to just 3 wins, right? And your 3 wins were Prairie View, which what did they win? 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Pine Bluff, what did they win? 2 or 3 games. And one more other team. So
and Bethune-Cookman, y'all beat Bethune-Cookman.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Bethune-Cookman.
But when you really think about it, I'll even say this: they should have beat Lamar. Mm-hmm. They should have beat Southern.
Mm-hmm. I was at that game.
Now the game that really kind of got away from them was the Alcorn game. Like that game got away from them, and when we really thought that game was really going to be competitive, we thought that game was going to be competitive, and it got away from them.
Right. It's like the kids laid down at the end.
Well, yeah. Well, again, I think it was just that game because they came. If they get that game, well, again, they took a thumping at FAMU, and I think that kind of took a lot of the wind out of their sails, and they come back and lay another dud against Alcorn, which Alcorn wasn't seen as good a team as FAMU, but the results were the same, and so that's what I think was the letdown.
I got you.
You know, but again, if Don sees 6, I think 6 is a good number for. I don't see 6. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see anything wrong with it because when I was there, I went 4-7 my first year, 6-5 my second year, and of course my third year was the championship year. And in 2 years, I only lost to 2 teams. I was Grambling and Southern. So this year is a big year of seeing where he's at. You know, and of course, they hadn't had a winning season now in 15 years since I left. So maybe Chris is moving the program in the right direction.
Well, I know I'm pretty sure me and Coach Cole is going to be in Houston on April the 30th. I'm not sure where Mr. Campbell's going to be because I think
August,
yes, August the 30th. Because I believe Mr. Campbell maybe going down to the OBC. But if he's not at the OBC, I think TSU's season, what their season will be determined on August the 30th. That's what I honestly believe.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that. But
the pressure gonna be on Dishman now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on Dishman. You know, so you know, he off his honeymoon. And if he stalled off 0-1, whoa.
But in my opinion, the only thing he has to do is stay competitive. I don't think he has to win it, but I think he should. I think he should be competitive in that game, going against us.
You agree with this? You agree with this, Rocky? That's and Donald. That's the thing about Houston, man. Houston is a hot and cold city. If you hot, everybody there. Like the Rockets, I'll be looking at the Rockets now. You got people hanging from the rafters. You know what I mean? When I was there, wasn't nobody winning. U of H wasn't winning. The Rockets wasn't winning. No, and man, we had everybody come to our games. You know, that's the city of Houston. They hot and cold like that. If you winning, shoot, man, they got everybody trying to get over there. If you're not, you ain't gonna have nobody in those stands. You know, and that's why it's important that he keep that momentum going.
Wow. You're right. And I just think the SWAC, with the introduction of Sam Shade, Terrell Buckley, and Tremaine Jackson, I think the SWAC is a much more difficult conference, especially on the West, than it used to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Because I think Coach Jackson adds a level of competition and competency to the West that has been lacking for the past 3 seasons. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I mean, here's a coach that finished #1 in the nation in Division II football, and actually played in the national championship game. You know, that's big. Then Sam Shade, you know, a University of Alabama graduate, a professional football player. He won the state in high school. He won the SIAC at Miles, and now he's at Alabama A&M. It also brings pedigree, you know, that these two gentlemen are winners, you know. So, and that's what we want to see. You know, we want to see this type of talent to come to the conference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Don, man, we're going to let you go, man. I know.
Hey, man.
I know you passed your bedtime.
I'm about to go to sleep. But, hey, man, I want to thank y'all, man. Y'all made, man, you just don't know, man. Y'all made my doggone day, man, and more. I really appreciate it, man. I from the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you, man. This done made my day, dude.
Yeah. Well.
And I'm really anxious to tell my good friend and the best man in my wedding, Wayne, that he remembered you from back in y'all days in Saskatchewan.
Wayne knows. I got him sent home when he got on Air Canada. Yeah, he had to fly out. Hey, yeah, Wayne was a good dude, man. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I used to, you know, remember the time we went to Dallas, Donald, and tried out? What team was that? Winnipeg or somebody?
Yeah, I think so.
Coach, I got out there and threw the ball, Campbell. I made it through the first cut in the second cut. You know, actually finished the camp.
Was his passes like catching a beach ball?
Hey, man, Cole was throwing that rock, man. Yes. Yeah.
See, I was an anticipator. You know, I didn't get sacked a lot, even though my line with butter. You know, I could lay it in there. Donald could run one of the sweetest post-ins, coach, and I would let that thing go, and he still be coming out his cut, coach. You know,
hey, Don. One thing I noticed on watching your highlights is, I just say this: you were a 4.65 guy, you say, but with that ball in your hand, or when you were going to get the ball,
I was different. Yeah,
it was different.
Yeah. I ain't never seen him get ran down.
Yeah, yeah, it's different. You know, just like Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice wasn't fast. Yeah.
They say Jerry was 4.7. I don't know.
Yeah, he wasn't that fast, man. But shit, we got that ball speed.
Yeah. See, one thing about Donald, it didn't matter. He could jump down a hill. He was gonna run a 4.6. They could chase him with a gun. He was gonna run 4.6. They could shoot him out of a rocket. He was gonna come across there in 4.6.
Well, that's the interesting thing they used to say about Jerry Rice. He ran 4.7 uphill. He ran 4.7 if it was flat. He just was gonna run 4, and he was gonna be 4.7 on the first route of the game, and he was gonna be 4.7 on the last route. And so that's
it, right? Yeah,
that's Donald Narcisse. That's Donald Narcisse.
Well, he's the Jerry Rice. Is it fair to say that you're the Jerry Rice of Canadian football, Don?
That's me, dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jerry got 208 catches in a row, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why I remember that number, but I think Jerry got 208 and you have 216. That's remarkable.
Yeah. And that's hard to do too, man. You can ask a whole bunch of receivers, hey man, have you had a catch in every game that you played, at least one? No, sometimes they have a bad game, it's 0.
Did they ever done knew your record and was trying to help you, throw you a bubble screen or something?
No. Okay. The bad part about it is that if you haven't had a catch and it's like the third quarter, the defensive backs start thinking about it like, oh, he haven't had a catch yet. Or we're gonna try to stop him,
right?
You know. So I never.
So going in the game, that was on the scouting report that you could catch at least one pass a game.
No, it wasn't even on there. Nah.
Oh, okay.
They didn't try to make sure that I'm gonna get a catch and stuff like that. Nah, we didn't never do that.
Well,
I already knew I was.
On the highlights, you were catching them down the field, across the field, underneath. That wasn't. It wasn't like when I watched the highlights. It wasn't just one kind of route you were catching. You was catching them all.
Oh yeah, I catch all of them. Yeah, I came from TSU too. Oh man.
But that's what Coach Taylor was trying to say about these guys. They just go by times and not going by the whole skill of a wide receiver. You know, and when you look back at all of them, you know, how many of them really had a whole bunch of speed? You know what I mean? They grade dunked my man's brother in the Hall of Fame, and he wasn't just a burner. You know, the guy that's selling roll and all that kind of stuff. Dang, what's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He got his own podcast. Shannon Sharp. Yeah. His brother wasn't a speedster, but shit, he caught a whole bunch of balls. So, well, hey, man, it's been good, Don.
Man, I appreciate you.
I'll catch you down the road, man.
Hey, y'all take care, man. If y'all ever in town, man, y'all let me know. So I want to show up and meet y'all.
Absolutely. Hey, we definitely going to be there.
Yeah. All right, then, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right. Thank you again, Mr. Narcisse. Appreciate you.
All right.
Hey,
man.
Coach Cole, that's another one, man.
Very humble guy, man. Very humble guy. You know what I'm saying? And he just is the nicest person as he is. But when he get on that football field, put that helmet on, he can do it, man. He can do it. Great blocker, downfield, great teammate. You know, I can't say enough good things about him.
Hey, and Mr. Campbell, I think he done put every TSU person he could think of on this show. So he can no longer say anything about you bringing your FAMU people on here.
Listen, man, the old person that did show was Michael Strahan.
Campbell, you something else, man. Hey, believe me, if he would have been playing back in them days, he'd have been on here tonight. They know, Campbell, when I call, man, you got to come on.
Oh my goodness. Hey, but we still need the AD and the head coach, the basketball coach on when you get a chance, Campbell.
Oh, so no, we know that they're working on it. Like I said, we're definitely going to have AD Suggs and Coach Ward on. We're just trying to get the times aligned, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And stuff like that, because he was traveling. Of course, they're in the dark period, so we should be able to get him on, you know, because now recruiting shut down for, I think, a couple of weeks till they have to start back up.
Yeah, I talked with Stanley Collins, too, the new head coach. We need to get him.
Who is that? The new head coach where?
At Lane College.
Okay. And guys out there, I'd also like to get some head coaches on from some of those other sports, man. Some of those girls basketball. We've had Dawn Thornton. We've had coaches in other sports, but I'd love to get coaches from other sports. Not just Coach Ward. I'd love to get the guy from Alabama State who just won the SWAC and won a game in the tournament. If anybody can help us get those guys on, I would certainly want to get those.
Listen, man, listen, go just hit that AD that owed me a bottle of liquor down Alabama State.
I done hit him and the assistant AD, so
I just need to make the call. We should be able to make that happen.
Eddie can get them on.
Yeah, we should be able to make that happen. And I know a couple of track coaches too that's on my list that I got to get to. All right.
And Prairie View just hired a new girls coach that was an assistant coach at U of H, and she's the head coach at Prairie View now. So I'll do what I can to see if I can talk to AD Golf and potentially get her on the show as well. Yeah. To get them some exposure. So I know it's a little slow this time of year, but this is a great time for us to get those other coaches in and let them talk to our audience.
Sounds good.
It's on you, Coach Cole.
It's on me, man. I tell you, man, what's happening in the world today, you just got to keep keep everything within arm's reach, and don't create any new bills. I think this is just a time, man, as God would say, just be still. I think it's a time to be still and don't create no new bills and all that kind of things until we try to see how all this thing works out. You always got to support the leadership. But as I always say, if times get real hard and you feel yourself at the end of the rope, tie a knot and hold on tight, because ain't nobody bad like you.
My name is Ben McGuire, and I won $500 on the lunch money for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.